This video might change how you look at your life, so you might consider watching till the end. I wasted most of my teenage years. My days consisted of playing video games, eating a bunch of junk food, drinking Coca-Cola, and watching YouTube and anime all day. I would literally sit down in front of my computer and only stand up 6 hours later. I'm not even joking. I would sit down in front of my computer and would only stand up when I needed to go and eat something. I would only stand up to grab more junk food, or I would stand up to go to the bathroom. I was addicted to video games. I remember one day I played like 15 League of Legends matches in one day. If you don't know, one League of Legends match lasts for at least 30 minutes. And I played 15 matches in one day. If you do the math, that comes out to like 13, 14 hours. I literally played all night long. I woke up, sat in front of my computer, turned on League of Legends, started playing, and would only get off when I needed to go to sleep. I literally played all day. And I was still in silver. No wonder I was sad. Literally every day, I would take this big pack of potato chips and 1 liter of cola, put on some Minecraft video and eat it. Every single day. This was my daily diet. One, like, these big packs of chips, not the biggest one, that family pack or whatever, the bigger ones. One of that, at least 1 liter of Coca-Cola or some kind of soda. I would sit down with my chips and my cola and watch some random Minecraft videos or Naruto. No wonder I got fat. You might be able to relate to my story, a lot of guys go through this. But the problem was that I always blamed someone or something else for my problems. I had this victimhood mentality that where I thought I was the victim and all of these things were happening to me and I couldn't do anything about them. I was thinking that I was sad because how pointless and useless school is, or I got fat because of my body is like this. I always blamed something else until I realized that it was my fault. It was my fault all along. I didn't get fat because of my metabolism or because of the food that my parents bought me. I was fat because of the choices that I made. It was my fault that I was fat. I literally didn't exercise at all. And I was sad not because of school. I was sad because I was wasting my time all day playing video games. It was all my fault. And I didn't take responsibility for it. And I only started improving when I realized that I am responsible for everything in my life. It was my responsibility that I was fat. This is what helped me the most so far to improve my mental health and my physical health. Taking responsibility for 100% of the things happening in my life. It is all my responsibility. Everything that happens in my life is my responsibility. I also remember when I got into high school, for the first ever test that we ever took, I got a 4. Now, here in Romania, the grading goes from 1 to 10, and 5 is passing, and everything below 5 is a failing grade. And I got a 4. And what do you think? What did I do? Did I take full responsibility for the grade that I got? No. I blamed my teacher for it. I said that I got a 4 because my teacher is weird and she doesn't understand what I wrote down and she doesn't like me. even though I didn't study anything for the test. It was my fault that I got a 4, not the teachers, not the school's fault. It was my fault. Take responsibility for everything in your life. If you're fat, it's your fault. If you're depressed, it's your fault. If you're failing, it's your fault. If your room is a mess, it's your fault. If your girlfriend is mad at you, it's your fault. Stop having this victimhood mentality where you're blaming everyone else for your problems and you're thinking that you're the victim. Because you're not. You are responsible for the place that you are in right now. No one else made that for you. It was you that put you there. You are responsible for your life. Alex Hormozy said this very powerful thing that power follows the blame finger. Wherever you point the blame finger, the power follows. If you blame the government for your problems, it has the power. If you blame the school for your sadness, you're giving them the power. If you blame your parents because you're fat, you're giving them the power. The moment you blame someone else for your problems, you lost all the power. If you think that you're a fat loser because of your parents, you don't have the power to change. You'll stay a fat loser forever. Until you take full responsibility for your life, you won't be able to change. Because you are giving your power to change to someone else. You're pointing the blame finger to someone else and you're giving them the power. Let me give you an example. I heard this from Hamza. Imagine that we are in a cafeteria and someone bumps into us and they spill their coffee everywhere. Now, what a lot of weak men who want to escape hard work will do is that they would want everyone else to know that it wasn't my fault, it's not my responsibility, he bumped into me. It was his fault. But imagine the top tier man, the leaders, people like Jordan Peterson or Andrew Tate or Marcus Aurelius. Imagine the guys you might look up to and someone random bumps into them. What would they do? Would this strong man, would Jordan Peterson say, guys, it wasn't me, it's not my responsibility? Or could you imagine Jordan Peterson saying to the person that randomly bumped into him, sorry, let me help you clean it up? You can imagine any great man, any masculine man, and in that situation, he would be wiping up the floor, wiping up the mess that the other guy made because he is taking responsibility for it. So why shouldn't we take responsibility? You can think of responsibility as a skill. Like you know how you have in video games these skills like power, strength, endurance, defense. You can think of responsibility like that too. And you gain XP, experience for that skill whenever you take responsibility to wipe up the floor, or you take responsibility to help someone, or you take responsibility to say something or do something. And to be honest, on that skill level, you might be right here, only at the beginning. And I was right there too. I was here for most of my life. And I only started improving when I started training that skill, when I started taking responsibility. If you take more and more responsibility, this means that you'll be able to be more independent and take responsibility for even bigger things. Because if you can't be responsible for someone bumping into you, then how are you going to be responsible for a family or a job, your finances? Now imagine the guys who's not responsible for the mess on the floor. The guy who says, oh, it's not my responsibility. And this is most guys. It might be you. It was me for most of my life. The guy that won't take responsibility for this probably won't be able to take responsibility to find a great partner or to provide for his family. You gotta take responsibility for these small things. This is why you have probably all heard that advice that a lot of strong men give Jordan Peterson, David Goggins, that you should make your bed. Now, of course, if you make your bed, you won't be successful all of a sudden. Like a big pile of cash won't appear in your hand. But you will start taking responsibility for that. You will be responsible for your bed. And you'll start taking responsibility for more things. You'll start gaining XP on that skill. And you have that momentum of taking responsibility. So that by making your bed, you'll be able to take responsibility for other bigger things. This is why they give that advice. It's not that when you make your bed, you're going to instantly magically become better. No. It's that when you make your bed, you become responsible for that. And you feel that sense of responsibility and you have that momentum going. I hope I could help you with this video. It would mean a lot if you subscribe or write, comment, whatever. And what I want to say is that I am doing free one-on-one calls, coaching calls with my viewers, with you. So if you're interested, just leave a comment and we'll contact each other and we'll do a one-on-one call. You can ask me anything that you want. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and that I was able to help you with something. Have a great day and goodbye.